Hello and welcome to the podcast, Hoping Mum and Dad, with me, Fuzz, and Becky here. We are two parents in hoping, or hoping to be parents. And
Parents in hoping.
Parents in hoping. It's a new thing. I just, Google it. I just made it up. But we are trying to start a family. We need to do IVF for that to happen, and we thought we'd start a podcast about it. We're on episode number 30 today, and we've got loads of other episodes talking with other people all about IVF and infertility, the ups and downs, all of it, not just the good bits. And yeah, so we're doing a weekly podcast. It's podcast number 30. So let's kick off today's episode with Becky's favorite new segment, Whispers. What whispers have you got? Whispers is our weekly gossip that Becky basically curates all the
You
dish.
curated it. You like to take the piss.
Go on. What gossip we got this week?
No gossip.
No thank you, ghost.
No thank you, ghost. We've got a lean-to on the side of our house now.
Yeah, Terry the builder, amazing. He is literally like a rare breed. He's a builder. Does the job on time. Turns up
Extra well.
I'm going to chase him. There's more than he's meant to do because he's looking after all the. So yeah, that should be fun.
Yeah.
Floor will be down soon, so we can, I don't know, we can
make a little gym space for you / me.
Yeah,
Get us onto some weights, maybe.
Yeah,
we'll see. So that's personal whispers, and I think that's it. Really, it's half term, and we are just enjoying. I mean, I'm sitting and looking and feeling my belly underneath the table and thinking I've put on a few pounds, but we've been walking a lot lately. The whispers.
A lot. Let's just
we did 10 miles today.
Don't talk in miles.
16 kilometers.
That's for wizards and witches and
Which
stuff.
one? Miles or kilometers?
Miles.
Okay, well, we did 16 kilometers this afternoon. So a very long walk, and my butt is hurting.
Yep.
I'm aching. And we've come home to no water. That's another whisper. Someone's burst a pipe somewhere on the island. So
no, it's the Welsh. It's the big one.
So Coco's muddy. We're tired. We can't have a bath.
No
resting for the wicked.
Yeah. 16.79 kilometers he did. And I burnt his little game you can play with yourselves at home.
Whoop.
It's called My Office is Falling Apart as we're filming. But no, it's called How Many Calories Did I Burn in a 3 hours and 50-minute walk? Didn't even run. Didn't lift anything heavy. I did take a backpack with a sandbag in it because I want to get those extra calories out of it. But have a guess. There you go. Everyone at home, make a guess. Are you right? Are you wrong? I burned 1,400 calories. And I'm still fat.
And so did Becky burn more or less than Fuzz?
Well, obviously that's because you weigh less than
yeah. I only burnt 1,237.
That is a lot, though.
Boom, boom, boom.
That is a lot because I weigh a lot more than you.
Yeah, but I am fat.
No.
I am.
So we're trying to keep on the fitness buzz.
Yeah. But I've stopped running because we've been walking so much. It's not like a conscious choice to stop running. It's just that we've walked a lot and there hasn't been time.
If you walk, your heart rate stays in that low zone 2. You burn fat exclusively. Rather, if you run, you burn like carbs mainly. The lower your heart rate, the more fat you burn, basically. Yeah. Which is why endurance runners and stuff like that can run those crazy long distances, because if you had to rely on carbs, you just wouldn't last. That's what they call bonking or hitting the wall.
Bonking.
I think Americans and Australians call it bonking.
Do they actually call it that? Bonking?
It might be a cycling thing, but they call it
sex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lol.
They do call it something like that.
Just sort of another whisper for anyone who's not watching this on YouTube and hasn't got the visual.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, this is what Fuzz's real face looks like. He shaved his beard.
I look like
Fuzz.
One of the Muppets, Becky tells me.
No,
she's like, you've got a really weak chin. You said that many times. I'm like, cheers, Beck.
I've got a weak chin.
No, you've gone. I never even cared about my chin ever. And he went, does it bother you? And I'm like, what? You're like, that awful chin of yours. That
I think
really
you are
weak
such
chin.
a liar. I have never said that to you.
You said, doesn't it bother you? You said it like that. And I said, why would it bother me? And you went, Well, you know, it
As
just looked
if.
awful. And I
No,
went,
I didn't.
you did.
You're such a liar.
did.
This is the whole thing about you saying chill your boots, mate, as well. It's such a lie.
That definitely happened.
No, it didn't.
So-
Not even something I would say.
So anyway, apparently, so I shaved it off. I do it every now and again just to give my skin a bit of
Breather.
sunlight, like, even though we haven't got any. But Becky thinks I look like the scientist guy, the Muppet guy.
No, I don't.
You do, and I'm
I
like,
think you look like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age.
Sid the Sloth.
Not and, just.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to grow it out. Oh, I need my hair is. I'm literally like 8/10 of a scarecrow right now. It's not good, my hair, but I won't shave it all off because people don't like it. People cross the road, like.
People cross the road.
I don't look that nice with a shaved head. It's not good.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
fertility-wise, there's not a lot going on. We are in a little lull. We've had our scan, we've had our bloods, and next couple of appointments beginning of March. So we've got about just over 2 weeks till we have any more news.
So we booked a virtual appointment with the urologist, which is kind of frustrating because I know that they can't do anything. It's kind of a waste of time because
Yeah.
I need to see him.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it's going to have an effect on our treatment or if it's just something they like.
So we think that you might have to have a real one after that,
yeah.
which will
Well, what's
cause
the
a bit
point?
more delays.
So why not just book
Yeah.
that appointment in the first place?
And then we've got another virtual appointment with a mystery doctor that we haven't spoken to before. So that'll be interesting. I think it might be someone at the different hospital because, as we've mentioned before, because of COVID, they are spreading out their treatment with Wales Fertility Institute across the two sites, Cardiff Heath, the Heath Hospital, and the Neath Port Talbot Hospital.
Schools might be going back soon as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Which is relevant because you're a teacher and we're playing the game. Try not to
Yeah.
catch COVID while getting IVF.
Yeah. So that's fun. That's exciting.
It's different in England and Wales, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not really sure what's happening in England at the moment.
I think Boris said something like they're going to look at a phased return after half term. Is it 1 or 2
Half
weeks?
terms. Yeah. I
1
think
week?
1 week. So from Monday.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
There's probably other people that are going through IVF that are teachers or work in education.
And they'll be worrying about it too, I guess. I think once you've actually had your treatment, you're probably okay, but it's because they're COVID testing us now. Apart from the fact we don't want COVID, the fact that they're COVID testing us now, and if you turned out to be positive, your treatment would be cancelled. It would suck a lot.
Especially when you've been through all this.
Yeah. So we're thinking that if we're lucky, our treatment might be around Easter time, maybe, start properly, which could be exciting. And
We just don't know though.
we just don't know. So our aim, I guess, in the next couple of weeks is to get some people on to talk to anyone who's interested.
So slight little weird technical hiccup there. So we're just jumping back, and we don't know if we're going to be repeating what we said already, but so this should make sense to you anyway. And if we are repeating ourselves a little bit, don't worry about it. So we were talking about like Becky trying to keep COVID free because we got a potential IVF treatment coming up, and we're trying not to get COVID.
Yeah,
pretty
and lots of
stressful.
people in education and other jobs as well. I imagine it's a stressful time to be going through treatment when you are still working in a COVID world. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's just like I don't know. I think I've gone past. I'm obviously worried and concerned and stuff, but I'm just exhausted now.
Yeah,
From
everyone's
worrying,
just so fed up. Fed up, excuse me. Fed up of COVID life. Like when we went to the shop today, we were like, wouldn't it be great to just not have to sanitize our hands every 5 seconds in the shop and like coming out the shop and to eat your food and stuff. We'd just be able to go for a walk and just grab things without thinking.
Yeah. So we've got and also we were talking about this earlier, but like we seem to be kind of daydreaming a bit more now and sort of like thinking about like, oh, where would the nursery go? Well, we beds, what do you call them? Baby beds, cots. Where will the baby bed go? Do we buy a king size or a queen size for a baby queen size cot? And then I find myself saying, "Oh, stop it! You shouldn't do that." bad.
Yeah, but I do think lots of people do that. They make faith purchases, and
Do you know
they
what?
kind
It's
of
really interesting. Some people do it and they call it manifesting. And Becky's smiling now because literally we're just going over the bit that we lost on the recording. So
Yeah.
I was trying to be clever and come up with the stuff that Becky was saying.
Yeah, but if you hadn't used that sassy voice, people would have believed you.
Yes.
Yes.
Can't
Yeah.
do that.
So manifesting is a thing, and you know, if you think it's going to happen, then hopefully it will. But you are kind of sometimes of the opinion that you shouldn't get too excited, because if it doesn't happen, then it's
Pessimistic
worse.
optimist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. Like I said,
And I've been guilty of it too. I'm like, do you know what? We were thinking about this as well. Like, Becky has like conditioned me from living with her to be like girly and more girly, should I say? Because I'm not girly at all. No. But I'm pretty girly with you. Like, you get moody and we sing Disney songs and just
Beyonce.
Yeah, and just silly little.
One time you put on my bikini and danced around to Beyonce.
You said that. I don't remember that.
You did.
You keep saying that.
I think I have photographic evidence somewhere on my hard drives.
Yeah. Well, I've put a dress of yours on and danced around like a crazy person to make you like you get so moody sometimes.
Yeah. Doesn't everyone?
Yeah, that's not an attack. I'm just saying that like the amount of moodiness needs to be countered with ridiculousness.
Yeah.
And
It works. It works every time.
99% of the time, it works every time. We're such freaks, though. We're just like, we just like
regurgitate like
literally all day, every day.
Popular culture.
Becky, we actually use popular culture references. Like, that's probably the most grown-up thing we've said. No, you're silly. It's not. We're not like.
I'm really silly.
We're not culture vultures. We're like geeks.
Yeah.
And you end up saying like.
We love to sing parodies, basically.
You take a bit of a song and then you twist it and then it gets stuck in my head and then I end up doing it and then we just look like a pair of freaks that just can't talk in so
we can't
what's that
speak
song?
normally.
What's the original song?
Shake that ass for me.
Yeah. So I don't even know the original lyrics out now.
Shake that ass for me.
Yeah.
Shake that ass for me.
But now Becky changed it, and now it's like everything. It's like, where are the Huskies? Where are the Huskies? Come on. And then you're
it
like,
makes life more interesting.
Yeah. And then we were talking about like what do you think it would be like for kids if we had kids and we were they'd be like, Mum, Dad, can you stop being freaks now? It's just weird.
Yeah, maybe when they're like 12.
Yeah. But then that's when you double down and you do it more.
Yeah. Just be like, oh no.
I'm picking you up from school. I'm picking you up from school.
I think there'll be a different song by then.
Yeah.
It started when I started singing to you with the cats about Little Mermaid. Look at these cats. Isn't it sweet? Wouldn't you say my cat collection's complete?
Look at that. Yeah. And I do it and I get along with it and you've like literally conditioned me. Like you've like whipped me into
We
position.
haven't always done it. I think we did it like when that was in Penarth when we first lived on our own and we didn't house share with anyone when we could be embracing our weirdness completely.
But what we were talking about was like, that's all of that quite, well, it's not girly. I don't know. Like, this is a whole thing that's been flipped on its head lately as well, isn't it? It's like gender things, not gender roles.
Stereotypes.
Yeah. Like, it's all mixed up. But I was like, imagine, because my mum always wanted girls, like desperately wanted girls, so she could like do, you know, dress ups and, you know what I mean? Like all that girly stuff.
Yeah.
And she ended up with 3 boys who were just animals, just filthy, just slob, don't clean up, like not good. And
it's a good description of yourself.
Yeah, but like, so, and I'm just thinking now, like that's kind of similar with you. Every time you talk about potential kids,
I would like a boy or a girl.
No. But every time you potentially talk about it, it's all like quite girly centered stuff. It seems.
What do I talk about? This
just
girl?
like it's. I don't know. Maybe cute and girly are getting them together.
Yeah, that's your stereotype. I just think cute. I just
thought,
girly.
what if we had a boy and it was just like an absolute just savage, just like
That would
You know,
be
like-
fine. We'd just
But you'd be like,
embrace
oh,
them
should we
as-
do all the Disney songs?
But,
You'd be like,
like-
no, I want to smash things.
But when I'm at school, more often than not, the boy kids are my favourites. Nearly every year.
The polite, the well-behaved ones, though.
No.
No?
Like the Renegades. Yeah, and I think I like girly things because we're very close to two of our nieces who are really girly and like
saying now, we could have a girl who could just be an absolute, just like wild,
loves
feral
all
child,
things
like,
dirty and worms and slobbing around.
and you'd be like, oh my god,
I think that's a huge thing as well for parents at the moment as well. Gender neutral clothing and nurseries and all that stuff. They don't want to kind of impose any gender stereotypes on kids, which is a good transition.
I think that's
isn't
great.
it?
I think it's good to tell kids to even like positively flip it. You know, like because girls want some like it's traditionally thought of as like, oh, girls, you can get a husband. That was probably like not in our lifetime, maybe, but before, you know, what are you going to do when you grow up? Oh, you can find a really rich person to get married to.
Well, it's still there.
But
it's
now
still
it's like
in culture.
girls, science, art, engineering.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're probably a bit oversensitive now. And we're probably like, do you like art, engineering? And they're like, no, I don't.
But
I just want to draw.
more that change is definitely more positive for girls than it is for boys, because I think there's loads of like women in history, women in science, all those kind of books. And like you said, people pushing those boundaries or breaking that glass ceiling for women and girls.
Yeah.
But there's not so much that for boys still being like, oh, you should wear pink and you should show your emotions. And look, here's some men in history who have been like positively open about their emotions and achieved things that were not the norm. You know, there's not that kind of story out there yet for boys, which is something that needs to change.
But then ultimately you are going to get girls like Poppy and Gracie. They like playing with their dolls and doing makeup.
But they also like
that.
to be out in nature and be super muddy. We just don't see that a lot because when we Skype them or whatever, it's in the house where they've got that
I'm just
kind of
going to like let them do wherever.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, anything like that, it gets messy really quick, doesn't it? It's like, just let your kids do what they want to do. Within reason, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, imagine if we had...
Kids do as you do, not as you say.
Yeah,
so basically
that's what I
you
mean.
need to do girly things and I need to do
I
manly
run around
things.
singing like the My Little Mermaid.
Yeah, and
Is
I
it
need to do manly things.
My Little
like
Mermaid. My Little Mermaid.
My Little Pony.
I'm thinking of My Little Pony and The, Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Poppy and Gracie liked all the songs. We did like sing-along songs and that, didn't we?
Yeah. We sang to them. We did a
Frozen,
Frozen,
sing-along
yeah.
car ride thing.
that was funny.
So we're going to wrap up in a minute because Becky's pointing at a watch.
Got a hot date with my friends.
Yeah.
Virtual bingo.
What did you describe
Whoop,
your friends as the other day?
What?
What did you describe your friends as the other day?
Which friends? My uni friends?
The ones that you're going to see in a minute. You got the name for it. I can't remember. Anyway.
Skanks.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah.
So Becky's going to go and hang out with the skanks now. And yeah, we will...
Skanks for life.
We haven't got any appointments next
I
week.
was like, you're trying to catch me up on something that hasn't happened then.
What?
It was a bit like you were trying to catch me up on something that hadn't
No, you're
happened
overthinking
then.
stuff. We're trying
I
to
was
get
like, what?
off the show because you're desperate to go and hang out with...
My skanks. My mum's got a name for a group of her friends. It's called the Scrot Rots. Hope she doesn't mind me saying. So all girls have like descriptor names for their
And they're
group
usually
of friends. But it's a collective name. Like everyone calls it that. Like all of my friends. I don't call my friends skanks. Like we call each other skanks.
Wouldn't it be bad if you called the group, your WhatsApp group, like Becky and the Skanks? Like to remove yourself from it.
No, because we are all skanks.
United Skanks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get going. We've got no appointments or anything next week, have we?
No.
No. So we will
Not for
either
a few
be
weeks.
back with a guest or back talking shit
Yeah.
and singing Disney parodies.
Bye.
Bye.